Breaking right now, Britain's Prime Minister just made the mistake that could end his career in 24 hours. King Charles has been insulted, and the entire country is watching to see if Keir Starmer survives what he said behind closed doors. This isn't speculation. Multiple Westminster insiders confirm that during a private policy meeting, Starmer called King Charles out of touch and accused the royal family of clinging to power through ceremony and nostalgia. The words were never supposed to leave that room, but someone leaked them, and within hours, Britain exploded. This story is moving fast and we're tracking every development. Hit subscribe right now so you don't miss what happens next, because this could rewrite British politics overnight. Outside Buckingham Palace, crowds are gathering. Union Jacks waving, chants of "Respect the Crown" echoing through the streets. Online, hashtags condemning Starmer are trending across every platform. Even lifelong Labour voters are turning. A retired miner from Wales summed it up perfectly. You can fix policies, you can't fix disrespect. Not to our king, the headlines are brutal. Prime Minister insults the king. For a nation that still reveres the monarchy, this isn't just a scandal, it's a betrayal. Starmer appeared before cameras trying to contain the damage, his face tight, his words rehearsed. "I have the utmost respect for His Majesty and the institution of the monarchy," he said. But it was too late. The apology sounded hollow, forced. Political analysts compared it to stopping a tidal wave with a teacup. Every network replayed his leaked comments. Every headline twisted the knife deeper. The Prime Minister's credibility was hemorrhaging by the minute. Behind the scenes, Labour's machinery is fracturing. Senior MPs are whispering about leadership challenges. Angela Rayner is reportedly in urgent talks with backbenchers. Rachel Reeves has gone silent, a clear sign she's calculating her next move. For the first time, Starmer's grip on power looks broken. Cabinet ministers are exchanging frantic calls late into the night. One aide admitted off the record, "We can't spin this." It's poison. What began as one careless insult is now threatening the foundation of the government. And through it all, King Charles remains silent. Calm, composed, untouchable, palace aides refuse to fan the flames, but insiders say His Majesty is deeply hurt. One senior courtier described the atmosphere inside Buckingham Palace as icy. The contrast is devastating. A furious, flustered Prime Minister against a silent, dignified monarch. The optics alone are fatal. Because in Britain, you can challenge policies, you can debate politics, but you don't disrespect the crown. Conservative leaders are seizing the moment. A man who insults the crown cannot be trusted to lead this nation, one member of Parliament declared. But it's Nigel Farage who's capitalising hardest. Standing before a sea of Union Jacks, he thundered, "When others mock our king, we stand for Britain." His words hit like lightning. Within hours, Reform UK's membership numbers spiked. Polls show Labour's support collapsing at record speed, dropping from 42% to 26% overnight. Reform UK surged to 24%. For the first time in modern history, a minor party is threatening Labour's dominance. The fallout has gone global. American networks are running headlines. UK Prime Minister in royal scandal. Australia's opposition called the remarks a disgrace to Britain's traditions. Even Canada's Prime Minister weighed in, praising King Charles's unwavering dignity amid political turmoil. Starmer hasn't just divided his country, he's embarrassed it on the world stage. Inside Number 10, the atmosphere is being described as funereal. Starmer's once loyal team avoids eye contact, aware they might be witnessing the end. Every hour brings new leaks, new resignations, new polls, showing Labour's numbers in freefall. In less than 24 hours, the government's authority has all but vanished. By midweek, the internal collapse became undeniable. Rachel Reeves and Wes Streeting resigned, citing irreconcilable differences over leadership strategy. Angela Rayner followed, emphasising the need for stability and integrity. Top donors pulled funding. Internal communications went dark. As the sun set over London, cameras caught something symbolic. The Union flag over Buckingham Palace, still flying high, untouched by the chaos below. It was a silent reminder of what this crisis is really about. Respect, tradition, and a nation watching its leaders crumble under the weight of their own words. The next morning, it only got worse. A leaked audio clip surfaced where Starmer repeated the insult during a cabinet briefing. The recording went viral immediately, fueling even more outrage. Labour MPs convened in secret meetings, debating whether they could continue under a leader who'd publicly disrespected the monarchy. Some argued for immediate resignation, others clung to hope. But the mood was grim. The more Starmer tried to assert control, the more powerless he appeared. It was mutiny in slow motion. Nigel Farage delivered another fiery speech in Birmingham, this time to tens of thousands. Crowds swelled at Reform UK rallies across the country, waving Union Jacks and chanting slogans charged with political fervour. Media outlets replayed his speeches endlessly, framing him as a leader of principle at a time when the country desperately needed stability. Donations poured in. Volunteers signed up by the thousands. Political strategists began recalculating the entire landscape. The political order that seemed stable was unravelling in real time. Social media amplified every misstep. Clips of Starmer's failed apologies went viral. Photos of angry crowds, memes mocking the Prime Minister. Even traditional media couldn't compete with the speed and intensity of online outrage. Celebrities, commentators, and ordinary citizens weighed in. Each voice added to the crescendo of criticism. Starmer's efforts to explain or clarify were drowned out by a torrent of condemnation. The damage was permanent. By the end of the week, Starmer's leadership was finished. The party once seen as disciplined and organised had become a chaotic battleground. Infighting and fear drove every decision. Whispers of Ed Miliband, returning as caretaker leader, began circulating. And then came the final blow. King Charles issued a rare public statement, carefully worded but devastating in its restraint. Without mentioning Starmer by name, it reaffirmed the monarchy's role as a unifying symbol above politics. The subtext was clear. Respect for the crown is non-negotiable. In less than 1 week, a single reckless insult didn't just insult a monarch. It rewrote the rules of British politics. Labour fractured, Conservatives revitalised. Reform UK surged into real contention. And Keir Starmer learned the hardest lesson in politics. In Britain, you can lose an election, but you can't lose respect for the crown and survive. The meltdown was complete, and the nation was left asking one question: who leads next? This isn't over. The fallout is still developing, and the next chapter could be even more explosive. Subscribe right now so you'll hear when it drops. And tell us in the comments, should Starmer resign, or can he recover from this? Let's see where you stand. Britain is watching, so are we.